Big day today. Today, we finish our interval library by adding two final intervals, minor sevenths at 10 half steps and major sevenths at 11 half steps. With the addition of these two intervals, we'll have explored every single interval within the span of an octave. Remember, if you'd like a more in-depth look at how the words are, major, minor, perfect, diminished, augmented and diminished actually aren't on this grid right now because they add a little bit of extra complication. But if you'd like an in-depth look at that stuff, you're more than welcome to check out the optional video whenever you like. Okay. For now, we have a simplified grid. Minor seconds, minor thirds, major thirds, perfect fourths, tritones, perfect fifths, minor sixth, major sixth, new ones, minor sevenths and major sevenths, and the octave. All right, let's get a closer look at minor sevenths and major sevenths. We'll begin with minor sevenths. A minor seventh has 10 half steps. A minor seventh up from A is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. G. You'll notice that G is also a whole step down from A, or a major second down from A. So that means that major seconds and minor sevenths are complementary intervals. As with all complementary intervals, we can use this as a little mental shortcut when we're looking for notes certain distances away. What's a minor seventh down from A? Well, I can count 10 half steps down to arrive at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, B. Or I can remember that going down a minor seventh is the same as going up a major second, which would let me know that I'm looking for the letter B. Then I can just go pick out the letter B that's actually a minor seventh below A. Let's try two more examples. A minor seventh up from F should be the same note as a major second down from F. Minor seventh up from F. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. E flat. And a major second down from F. Also E flat. Both methods give me the right answer. A minor seventh down from C sharp is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 is D sharp. The same as a whole step up from C sharp. Once this complementary interval business becomes second nature to you, it will pay off huge as you take on bigger challenges navigating around the piano. Let's listen to what a minor seventh sounds like ascending. This interval is the first two notes of the famous song from West Side Story, Somewhere. Somewhere there's a place for us, somewhere, somewhere. That's your ascending minor seventh. It's also featured in the ABBA song, The Winner Takes It All, except it starts on a C sharp. The winner takes it all, the winner, winner. There's your ascending minor seventh. I just want to remind everyone that these are just some examples of how these intervals have been featured in popular songs from hopefully not too long ago. I hope they're familiar to you, but if they're not, by all means, if you find a better example for yourself, feel free to use that instead. Okay, descending minor sevenths. There is a beautiful descending minor seventh in the song White Christmas. It's in the last line of the chorus. Let all your Christmases be white. Let all your Christmases, Christmases. I love that. For the jazz fans, there's one at the beginning of the Herbie Hancock tune, Watermelon Man. That's it right there, from this E flat down to this F. If you're interested, the link in the course materials is a really cool interview with Herbie Hancock explaining how he came up with that melody. Harmonically, a minor seventh feels like, I don't know, it feels kind of hot and sweaty to me. I don't know why, that's just how it feels. It's got a lot of character. It kind of makes me think of leaning against a brick building in New Orleans on a hot, humid day. Again, just an example of how I think about this interval, but feel free to come up with your own description if it helps you. All right, let's move on to our last interval, the major seventh. The major seventh is 11 half steps, 1/2 step shy of an octave. A major seventh up from A, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, is G sharp. Of course, we know G sharp is also a half step down or a minor second down from A. And so a minor second is the complementary interval to the major seventh. Major seventh, minor second. A major seventh down from A, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, is B flat. B flat is also a minor second up from A. Two more examples. A major seventh up from F, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, is E. Of course, E is also a minor second down from F. And a major seventh down from C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, is D flat, which is obviously a minor second up from C as well. An ascending major seventh is the first two notes in the Nora Jones song, Don't Know Why. It's also featured in the first few lines of Pure Imagination, the song that Willy Wonka sings. Come with me and you'll be in a world. There it is. A world of pure imagination, a world. Descending major sevenths are hard to come by, but they're out there if you dig deep enough. The melody of the Cole Porter song, I Love You, has a bunch of them. Descending major seventh. It's a very interesting song, so if you've never heard it, check out the link in the course materials to hear the full thing. Also, the last line of the Christmas carol, Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas, has a descending major seventh in it. Have yourself a merry little Christmas now. There it is, descending major seventh. Harmonically, a major seventh sounds very dissonant to me. In isolation, I think it's the harshest and brightest sounding major interval. I don't have any particularly interesting associations with the major seventh interval, but I recognize it because it's such a wide distance. It's so close to the octave. It almost wants to go there, but it's stuck here in this almost uncomfortable, very bright limbo. And with that, we've completed our interval library. For the rest of the program, we'll be using intervals in lots of different ways, and pretty soon all of this stuff will be like second nature to you. For now, if you like, anytime you want, you may feel free to reference the interval chart that's in the course materials. It has all the information that you ever really need about intervals. And as you use these intervals and develop relationships with each of them, see if you can't come up with your own ways of describing them. As you listen and as you play, maybe even collect your own popular melodies that will help you remember what each of the intervals sound like. And remember, if there's ever any confusion, feel free to consult either the interval chart or the optional video.